Our next guest, awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for exposing the plot to overthrow President Trump. Joining us now, Congressman Devin Nunes, ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, great American, and congratulations on the President's award of the Freedom Medal to you.
Thank you so much.
So richly deserved, and people have no idea of all that you went through in those early months of this administration trying to save the republic and this president. There's a wonderful documentary out, The Plot to Overthrow the President, which I commend to everyone, and Lee Smith's book of the same name, upon which the documentary is based. But anyway, we're very proud of you and pleased that the country is acknowledging you. Let's turn to Georgia. Thank you. It's a mess down there still. What are your expectations about the evening? What are you prepared for? What do you think will happen?
Well, as many of your guests have said all throughout the evening, Lou, as I've been watching your show, these are critical seats. The president said it last night. He was there last night. I spoke with him yesterday. He understands how important it is to have these two seats because it really is the difference between being able to conduct any type of investigation at all. And, you know, we lose if Senator Ron Johnson and Senator Grassley, who have done so much to expose the Russia hoax, you know, they were able to take the work that the House Republicans had done, and then when we lost control, we didn't have the ability to subpoena. You lose that power even in the Senate, and I think we would all say that Senator Johnson and Senator Grassley have done one hell of a job here under very difficult circumstances to try to get these, to try to continue this investigation. So that's why these races are so critical. And plus, look, historically speaking, Georgia has been a reliably red state, and we need to keep it in that column. And if we were to get wiped out with 2 Senate seats in a red state, that would be extremely problematic, not just in the short term, but also, remember, these Senate terms are for 6 years. So we need people, if you're watching right now, get out and vote. I think the polls are still open for a couple more hours.
Are you confident that the Republican National Organization has been effective in what it's doing in Georgia? Is the party there effective? Because it's stunning to see this 2.2% margin for Joe Biden in a reliably red state like Georgia against what happened in every other office. It seemed almost every other office went to Republicans in this election.
Well, I think we have two different issues there, Lou. The first being, for this election, I believe that there are people on the ground. They're going door to door. They understand what it means to get people to go vote early. If they're going to get absentees, get those absentee ballots back in. That has happened over the last 30 days. Now, look, we're still reliant. The Democrats have really built a machine there to get this early vote out. So it's going to be really important for the same day voters, the people that want to go to the polls. They got to get to the polls today. Now, the other issue you're talking about that we still don't have answers for, that I think are ridiculously frustrating, I want to know, what the hell were those ballots there? Now, I'm a guy from California. I believe in states' rights, but those ballots in suitcases being pulled out after people were sent home, look, it's real simple. Why doesn't the Secretary of State or anyone there come out and tell us, look, here's who the people were, we interviewed them, here's how that vote count went. There should be some type of information. And look, the one thing that I learned from the leaked phone call of the President of the United States with the Secretary of State of Georgia, I learned that the Secretary of State didn't seem to know what the hell he was doing and couldn't explain what I think half of America is really concerned about.
Now,
because it's photographic and video evidence of something that just looks odd, to say the least.
Yeah, with all of the questions that are here, and the Business Roundtable can bray at the moon all it wants. It can spew its normal establishment nonsense. The fact of the matter is, the American people. We are a nation of the people, by the people, for the people, not for the Business Roundtable or the Chamber of Commerce or Wall Street. Right now, those entities control the direction of this country. And unfortunately, some of them have foreign nations as partners in their acting with them, aligned with their interests. It's very difficult to imagine how we got to this point, particularly with a populist president and a Republican Party that right now, at least in the Senate, is being directed by the establishment. Your thoughts on that as we conclude?
About a decade ago, I wrote a small book, a policy book really, but I talked about my concern at the time of the merger between the radical left and big business. And you could kind of see it coming at that time. Now, remember when that was written, we didn't see at the time the role that these tech giants were gonna take. And now that you have, and the president said it very, very well, and I've been on this now for a couple of years, you have to remember, I was attacked and censored by these media companies over the last few years. I'm in court with many of these media companies, and I was the first, media companies and big tech. And I'm continuing to struggle through that. People have to have trust in these institutions, and that's one of the things that I mentioned yesterday at the White House when the president graciously gave me the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I said that the American people have to have trust on both sides. The majority party, minority party, everybody has to know that their vote is being counted, that it's an honest and fair process, that the media is going to do their job, and that doesn't exist today. And that's, I think, moving forward here is going to be our problem.
Yeah, I think you would agree that trust would be misplaced if indeed it did exist right now in almost any of the institutions in Washington, D.C., certainly. Congressman Devin Nunes, again, congratulations and thanks for being with us, and Happy New Year.